Hello beautiful people. In today's video I'm going to be doing the 21 questions video, tag, whatever you want to call it. I wasn't officially tagged on it, but I saw it and I wanted to do it, so here it is. I actually have been holding out on doing this for, was it a week and a half? Because two of the questions stumped me and I just couldn't figure out what to answer for it. So I decided that I'm going to give an answer that may not be popular and have no answer for the other one, and put this video up anyways. So let's get started. I forgot to mention that the creator of this makeup tag was Glines. I believe I'm saying that correctly. I will leave her channel linked down below with her video of this. That was who I got the original inspiration from, as well as, what was her name? I can't find her name, but I'll put the name right here. Anyways, I'm out of time. And by out of time, I recorded this after the video was already filmed, and my time is flashing at me that I don't have any memory left on my camera. So back to the video. The first question is, I have all of the questions on my phone. What is the oldest makeup product in your collection? I thought about this for a little bit, but I believe it's my MAC eyeshadows. I have several that I still have from when I first started collecting makeup from way back in the day. I still have I have two of my palettes. This is the neutral one, and this is the colorful one. There's also some Makeup Geek mixed in with here. But I believe this one here, Nylon, is one of the, it's the original. I don't believe I bought a new one of it. And as you can see here, it's like cracked and decrepit and like hit pan. I don't actually, have I used it in the past year? I think so. 2 years maybe. And then this one here, what is this one called? I don't even know. I think it's called Patina. And I have Satin Taupe. So I believe those are the oldest in my collection. I also have, I shouldn't be going this much in depth with this question, but Retrospect, if anyone remembers that one. And then Vex, which is cracked. But yeah, those are just, a handful of my oldest makeup in my collection. I can't get rid of them. They just have sentimental value to me. Alright, now that question, I spent way too long on it, let's continue on. What is your most recent makeup purchase? That's going to be the new Natasha Denona Mini Love palette. However, I ordered that on January 28th, the day it came out in Sephora, and I am still waiting for it, and it's been 2 weeks. I wanted to film this video last week when it said it was going to be delivered. But I believe there was a COVID outbreak in the postal service area, that, the main warehouse. So it said to expect delays, which I fully expected. But then when I don't know what happened, but my package got sent to Montreal, and I live in Canada, close to Toronto, so it went the complete opposite way. So still waiting for it. I'm hoping to film a video with that very soon. I was hoping it would have gone up way before now, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I'm expecting delays, and it's been well delayed. But that's my most recent purchase. Actually, that's a lie. I just purchased something yesterday. Okay, so my most recent purchase was that, but now it's two other items. I bought a lipstick from Melt, and I bought some eyelash glue because I'm out, and I guess I'll be having a little mini haul coming up because I have purchased a couple things. Okay, third question. What is the first makeup product you ever used? What is he doing in my ear? The first makeup product I ever used, I can't quite remember because it was a really long time ago. I'm 37 and I started wearing makeup when I think I convinced my dad to let me when I was 15 or 16. I don't know if he made me wait till 16. Maybe it was, I don't know, 15 or 16, so quite a long time ago. And I remember the conversation with my mom, and I could only wear light stuff. I think mascara and clear lip gloss might have been it. I don't remember 100%, but I remember I was in my bedroom, my mom was in the doorway, we had this talk about wearing makeup, but I think it was clear lip gloss. And I do remember that once I started getting into makeup, there was this CoverGirl eyeshadow called Blueberry. It was a matte blue. It was like, it wasn't a cornflower blue, but like it literally, the word blueberry like described it to a T. It was a soft, matte blue eyeshadow, and it complemented my brown eyes beautifully. Like, I hit pan on that, and to this day I wish I could buy it again. I probably wouldn't appreciate it as much as I did back then, but yeah, those are the memories that I have of the first makeup products that I ever used. By the way, my hair is fading a little bit. The purple came out. It probably looks a little less purple on the on camera than it does in real life, but I did straighten my hair, and I am in desperate need of like highlights, so don't mind the craziness that's on my head right now. Okay, fourth question. What is the makeup trend that you used to love but now hate? I had to think about this because I just have to think about it. So I put two things down here. What is a makeup trend that you used to love but now hate? Oh, I wrote it wrong. Oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong. Sorry, I have all my answers written down on my piece of paper here, but I misread. Okay, makeup trend that you used to love but now hate. I have one down here, and it's not that I don't love it anymore, it's just getting to be more difficult to do, so I don't do it as often. But winged eyeliner is a trend that I used to love, and now I'm somewhat hating. As I'm getting older, my eyes are becoming more and more hooded, and I can't do that awesome like cut wing that I once used to do like 5 years ago. So yeah, I think that fits it. I used to love it, now you hate. I'm borderline hating it. I did a winged eyeliner look yesterday, and I had a really bad headache yesterday. I don't know if it was like migraine or related to something else, but I did wings. Like, I did a dark lip, and then I did like two like wings, obviously not one eye, not the other eye. And this eye, when I looked straight on and just kind of like relaxed my face, looked so droopy and looked like my eye was swollen kind of. And I was like, what is this? Like, does this eye really droop much more than that eye that I can't even wear winged eyeliner anymore? Like I said, I think it was the headache, because I think this side of my face was a little bit swollen because my whole head hurt. Because near the end of the day, when I like looked at myself in the mirror, it looked a little less droopy. But yeah, that was the realization that, wow, like I'm literally coming to the end of my winged eyeliner life, and it kind of made me sad. So yeah, I hate doing winged eyeliner now because it doesn't look like the same as it does 5 years ago, but I used to love the trend, so that question fits perfectly with my answer. And the flip side of that is number 5. What is a makeup trend that you used to hate but now you love? So I have two answers to this, kind of. The first one is matte eyeshadow. I used to hate matte eyeshadow. I never wanted to use it. I use shimmer everywhere. And within the last, I think, year or two, I've becoming more experimental with matte shadows, to the point where, like, I think I just did a tutorial recently, I believe it's already up, that I used a matte eyeshadow all over my lid, and I did like a hot pink lip, and I actually really, really liked it. So matte eyeshadow is something that I used to hate, but now I'm like falling more into. Like, I incorporate it more into my looks. Like today I have a matte eyeshadow on my upper eyelid, and then also blend it onto my lower eyelid, which I usually never do. I usually just use like shimmer all the way on my lower and just keep a little bit of matte on the outer corner. But I'm trying to incorporate more matte because I do find it flattering, whereas when I was like younger, I hated it, didn't want anything to do with it, just give me all of the shimmer. And then the second part to that answer was dark lip liner. So I believe like back in, was it back in the 80s? I don't quite remember the genre. But like I'm seeing now, the trend is like a lighter lip with like a darker lip liner around it. And I'm not trying to like bash people who like that, but personally for me, I don't like the look of it. I don't like it on me. I mean, who am I to say what to wear and what not to wear? Do you do what you love? If it makes you feel good, do it. My personal opinion, I just don't like it. Like, it just reminds me of a time in history that should just not continue on. I mean, I understand a little bit of like if it's blended in and if it's like an ombre, that's cool, but those harsh lines of like dark brown and then like super pale nude all around, like the lip, I don't like it. I don't know if my opinion will ever change, but I just don't like it. Today's lip actually is a little bit deeper than I'm used to. Like on the viewfinder, it looks like it's not as dark. but in real life, it is a lot darker lip than I'm used to, and I'm also not used to wearing like a mauvey shade, mauvey purple, but I don't know, I felt like wearing it, so I'm wearing it. And it's actually a lip color that I had put in my lipsticks that I don't really wear that I might give away, and it's this little sample here, Makeup Forever. They probably don't even make it anymore because it's a little bit old, but I never use it. It's the Artist Liquid Matte in 105. Yeah, it's like a mauvey plum, and I thought it went nice with the look, and I didn't completely hate it, so I wore it. Okay, these are long-winded answers. I apologize, this video is probably going to be 25 minutes long. Okay, question number 6. What is your favorite step in your makeup routine? I have another two-parter for this question, because my favorite step to do or when it comes together are two different things to me, and I didn't quite specify, so I hate doing mascara because sometimes mascara can be finicky and my lashes some days could just not work, and it could just, to me, it could ruin the whole look. But when it's like done, it just brings the whole look together. Like you can do your makeup look and then add mascara and just like, yes, beautiful. So I hate doing mascara, but I love how it pulls the whole look together. And then I love applying eyeshadow, like that's a given. That's like my favorite part of my entire makeup routine is doing my eyeshadow. But the part that I love doing, that I look forward to doing, is actually blush. I love applying blush. I find it gives my face life. It gives the look like dimension. I love putting blush on, finding a blush to wear, whether it's peachy, pink, neutral, whatever it may be. I feel like if I pick the wrong blush that day, I feel like the whole look is like, I don't want to say completely ruined, but like it kind of like gives it like, it knocks the point or two off. Just saying. Okay, number 7 is, what is a makeup product you can't live without? And where am I? Okay, what is a makeup product you can't live without? So if I'm doing, obviously mascara. Like even if I'm doing a no makeup day, mascara is something I cannot leave the house without. Like even if I'm going to the gym in the morning, like to make myself, because if I don't have any mascara on, I look like I have like no eyes. Like my eyelashes are so thin, and like they're just really light looking that you can't even tell that I have them on. So I'm gonna say mascara, and then a close second is concealer, because I have dark inner circles. So if I'm doing a no makeup day and I'm going out just to run an errand, and I don't want to do my whole face, but I just want to like look presentable to the public, I will throw on literally mascara, like a light layer of mascara. I have even a gym mascara that I use that looks natural, which is, if you want to see it, I just dropped a lipstick off my dresser. So I have two. I have the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara in this little tiny little sample here. I'll either use that one for my gym mascara, or my absolute favorite is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes. I'll use that one. Look at my nails. I need to do them badly. So yeah, those are the two, those are the two makeup. What's my question? What is the makeup product you can't live without? Yeah, so those are the products that I can't live without, whether I'm doing my makeup for the day or whether I'm just like running out with like no makeup on. Okay, so number 8, what sparked your love for makeup? This one was such an easy question. I have been a lover of makeup since I was a very little girl. Like 10, 11, 12, I actually used to read magazines and cut out like the makeup tips in the beauty section. That's the first section I would go to when I would open up a magazine. I would go to the beauty section and I would like read their tips, and I would cut it out, and I would tear out the pictures of the magazine of like looks that inspired me. Back when I was learning makeup in my early years, my early teen years, early 20s, they didn't have YouTube like they do today. So the place where you had to go was books. So here are 3 books here that I didn't dig them out because they were already on my shelf, but I have a couple in storage. One of them is the Kevin Kwan Making Faces. I have that book, but it's in my storage. I have this one called Allure, Confessions of a Beauty Editor. Like, these books are just like they have like everything in them. Like, it's just a wonderland for makeup people. Everything is in there. And then I have this Bobbi Brown one here. Bobbi Brown, the Makeup Manual. I think they redid the cover because I saw someone else who did this video had shoved this book and it didn't look like mine, but that's what inspired me to pull my books out. But like this Bobbi Brown making makeup manual. Oh, I even have, what is this? What did I rip out? See, that's what I mean. Like in the magazines they had like stuff like this. Do they still do that now? I don't even know. But yeah, like they have suggestions, kind of like, you know, YouTube today. But if I can show you this without completely, they just have like everything. Like they have stuff on skin, how to apply foundation and powder, like everything. Eye stuff, makeup for fashion shows, like back in, oh, these books, like I kind of, oh, there's Bobbi Brown right there. Anyways, so there's that book, and I also have one more here that I bought. It's Teen People, remember that? Is that magazine still out? I have no idea. Anyways, like we have like Lindsay Lohan, Jessica Simpson, Tyra Banks, Misha, I forget her last name. Yeah, it's not even on here. But yeah, like here's like celebrity stuff with all these tips on it. It's like amazing. I kind of want to sit on my couch, have some wine, and go through these books. Like to me, it's just like nostalgic. Like I love those books. I'll never get rid of them. And it was like what like brought up my like love for makeup and passion. It's just, I've always been into it ever since I was a little girl. And then when I discovered YouTube, game changer. I remember the day I discovered YouTube. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, anyways. What sparked your love for makeup? That is my answer. Let me just quickly read my answer here. Oh, and I also used to, when I would tear out those pictures and tips from magazines, I would actually create my own binder, which I have tucked away. I don't know if you guys want to see it, but obviously it's not with me right now. But yeah, I have a whole book of like my own tips that I put together. Really cool. Okay, so moving on to the next question. 9. What is the worst makeup look you've ever done? See, I don't have a picture of my worst makeup look because if I don't like it, I don't take a picture of it. I mean, if you go to my Instagram, there's probably looks on there that I put that I didn't love. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I don't post looks that I don't love. Like today, like I don't love this makeup look, but it's just the look that I came out with today. I don't love every single makeup look that I do on an every single daily basis. Like I like to experiment with color, different color combinations. There's a lot of looks that I come up with that I don't like and I'll never do again. A lot of my looks aren't completely flattering to my face. Like I don't always do my makeup to like make myself look prettier. I guess that kind of sounds silly considering if you're putting makeup on, that's what you're doing it for. But sometimes like I'll do an eyeshadow and it'll be like super dark, and I feel like it doesn't necessarily flatter me, but it's what I wanted to wear for the day. Like I was craving like a dark blue navy smoky eye, and I kind of felt like it was too heavy. Like anyways, so there's lots of makeup looks I don't do. I don't love every single look I do on an every single daily basis, but I don't exactly have a picture of it because if I don't like it, I'm not going to photograph it or put it out. Sorry, I don't have a picture to show you. And then on the flip side of that is, what is your most favorite look you've ever done? And on my Instagram, there's tons of pictures. I didn't actually take the time to pull one out. But what I can tell you is that when I do find a look, because I like to experiment with my looks on a daily basis and I don't do the same look twice very often, when there is a makeup look that I do like to do, I have a whole binder dedicated to looks that I liked, that I loved, that I want to recreate in case I'm in like a makeup funk. But like I'll write them on a piece of paper and I'll put them in the binder. Like I have, for example, like several here. Like I did a look the other day, like with sparkling lavender, and I wrote it down, like how to do it. I did a really nice grungy green eyeshadow look the other day, and I wrote down how to do it. So the makeup looks that I do love, I will write them down. I won't always take a picture of them anymore just because I find a lot of times it doesn't translate to, I don't have the best camera set up or the best camera at all. So a lot of the times when I do my makeup and I think it looks amazing, it doesn't translate to picture very well, so I don't always take a picture of my makeup anymore. But anyways, I have an Instagram with a bunch of looks that I do love on there, so if you want to check it out, I will leave my Instagram down below. Next question is, what is your favorite drugstore makeup product? Now that came to my head like that because I've purchased this over and over again. There's actually two. So the first one here is this Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I've gone through countless tubes of these. I actually have a product empties that I'm, building up, and I have a couple of those in there. And also this Essence Make Me Brow. I love this. I've collected a couple backups. If you saw my makeup backups drawer, you'll see that this is in there. But those are two drugstore products that I've purchased over and over. Was that the question? Yeah, what is your favorite drugstore makeup product? Now, I kind of want to get into more drugstore makeup just because I am kind of like on a low buy and I don't want to spend like $30 on a lipstick. I'm actually considering on dabbling into like a new little series, like drugstore makeup. I don't know if that'll be interesting to some people because I know a lot of people are into like high-end makeup, but I do feel like there is a lot of people who are into drugstore makeup also. And given my need and craving for a budget, I feel like that might kind of fit into my channel somewhere. Okay, next question. What is your favorite, this is question 12, what is your favorite splurge makeup product? What was my answer for this? Oh, my favorite splurge makeup product is probably going to be any Natasha Denona related eyeshadows. Like, I feel like I collect almost all of them except for her all matte palettes, like the Biba. There was like an all glam, I forget, but I don't really use a lot of neutral colors, so I don't really get those ones. But anytime she has like a colorful makeup product, I tend to be on it. I do want to try some of her lipsticks, and I obviously have some of her highlights. I didn't buy the newest one because I didn't need it, but I am eyeing her. What was the one? I know it's like from last year, but her Love Cheek palette, I'm still eyeing it. I think I'm waiting for a sale. I think I still want to buy it, but yeah, anyways. My favorite splurge makeup product is anything Natasha Denona, because I love her eyeshadows. It's no secret. Question number 13 is, what is your most repurchased makeup product? What was my other... So the answer that I have written down here was actually not supposed to be the answer to my favorite drugstore makeup product. So my bad, I messed those two up. So my favorite drugstore product is actually, I'm going to go back and re-answer that question. It is this one. It is the Hard Candy Eyeshadow Primer. I bought this at Walmart at the beginning of last March when I was looking for not such an expensive eyeshadow primer to use every day while I was still doing my makeup but not actually going out. So this is why I bought that, and I actually turned out to love it. I want to buy it again. It's just as good as any other eye primer that I have. And it's $5. Like, you can't beat that price. So yeah, flip those two products. My most repurchased products, which was this question, is the Maybelline eyeshadow and the Essence Make Me Brow. Alright. We'll just pretend that I did that in order. Okay. 14. What is your earliest makeup memory? My earliest makeup memory was sitting in front, because I discovered real early on that the best makeup lighting to do your makeup with is in front of a natural light. And when I went to school, I was lucky enough to have the light come into my window before, like, while I was getting ready in the morning at the same time. So my earliest makeup memory was actually, back in the day, we used a white eyeliner. It was like all the rage when I was in my early teen years going to high school. I would put white eyeliner all over my, not over my lid, but just like as like a strictly white line on my eyelid, and then apply mascara, and that was like the look. Another memory I have is applying that CoverGirl eyeshadow in Blueberry on top of it, or just all over my lid. Like, it wasn't even blended out at all. I didn't know how to blend back then. I just kind of like slapped it on. I'm thinking the looks would have been hideous. There's no like photos from back then that like I can show you, because I'm sure I would be completely embarrassed. But I also do remember wearing, I saw the movie Titanic, and I remember Rose in the movie had like this really cool, like, I thought back in the day, that lipstick she wore was like kind of like an orangey brownish color. So I had a couple different colors that I mixed together to make that color, and I had like orangish hair back in the day. It was like a reddish brown, and I thought I looked so good. And I look back at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, your haircut horrible. I had braces, so just to top that all off with, it was just a look. Ooh, don't want to go back there. That actually could be my worst makeup look for the question earlier. But anyways, okay. Number 15, what is your favorite place to shop for makeup? Well, here in Canada, there's not a lot of places to shop. There's Sephora, there's the drugstore. We don't have an Ulta. We don't have, like, I mean, there's there's department stores, but they're not open right now, and I don't really go to them because I don't really, like, Clinique, Estee Lauder, like, I don't really go to those places. Like, Sephora is kind of the only real place to shop, which is unfortunate because I've had a couple bad experiences recently with shopping at Sephora. Not Sephora itself, but like the shipping to get here. Anyways, that's another rant for another day. But I wish there was more places to shop because I would love, say, like an Ulta type place in Canada, but there's not. So I mean, I feel like the default and only answer is Sephora. However, like I said earlier, I do want to get into dabbling into a little bit of drugstore makeup, so we'll see what happens with that. Okay, number 16. What is... Oh, okay, so here are those two questions that I just couldn't find an answer to. The first one is what is the most underrated makeup product that you own? And I hate to say it because I do love her, but for the price and for how much use I'm getting out of them and for sometimes how much work I have to blend the shades, in my last video, I forget what the title was called, I will put it here, but in that video I did mention this and I'm going to mention it again, but Pat McGrath, like, I love her. I love her, like, special shades. They're amazing. Her mattes are beautiful. Some of the shades do take a little more work, which is fine. I'm not complaining in the least. My favorite palette from her is the Divine Rose palette. Divine Rose 2, I believe. But overall, like, in Canada, it's $200. It's $179 plus tax to buy one of her palettes. And when I compare, like, my favorite Natasha Denona versus Pat McGrath, yes, Natasha Denona is expensive, but I feel like I have more success in more of her shades than I do with Pat McGrath. So for the price, for almost $200 for a palette, I'm just like, I just feel like every shade should be amazing, and every shade is not always amazing. And I say that, and I know that I can make any shade work, but if I'm spending $200 on a makeup palette, like, I don't want to work to make it work. Like, I want it to just work. And that is my only gripe with buying Pat McGrath palettes. My only gripe. I love her. I love her formula. Don't get me wrong. But for me, in my collection, I feel like that has to be the answer. I don't want to say it, but it's true. And as for the most overrated makeup... No, wait. Did I mix those two questions up? Oh my gosh. What is the most underrated makeup product you own? I don't have an answer for the most underrated. I did say the most underrated was the Fenty blushes back in that video that I mentioned before. And by mention, I put on the screen. I'm not going to say that again because I already said it before, and I don't have anything else that I feel is underrated. I mean, I haven't been trying a whole lot of stuff lately, so I feel like I don't really have a grounds for that. But what I just said about Pat McGrath applied to the next question, which is, what is the most overrated makeup product you've owned? Sorry. It's been a long day. It's almost Friday. Anyways, yeah. So that's the questions for that. Number 18. We're almost there. What is a discontinued product you wish would come back? Where did my makeup bag go? So I have this lip gloss that I purchased from Too Faced. How long ago was it? I don't even know. When did these come out? But it is the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss. When I first purchased this, I hemmed and hawed about it for like a day, 2 days. I couldn't quite make a decision. My mom was with me shopping and she actually helped me pick out the shade. But I picked up the shade Peachsicle, and this was literally the most perfect, like, peachy, glossy color for me. I just have a hard time. I'm picky with peaches. And the fact that it smelled, like, it still smells like peach today. It's like running out. Like, it's so sad. I don't want it to end. But I wish this would come back. Like, maybe I'll start shopping on eBay to see if it's, like, still available somewhere. But this, I so wish Too Faced would come back with, because I love this lip gloss so much. It smells good. It looks good. It feels good on my lips. I just love it. Discontinued product that I wish would come back. That right there. Okay, 19. Where do you go for makeup inspiration? I know a lot of people say, like, Pinterest and stuff like that. Like, I do go to Pinterest and Instagram too. But, like, for me, I find, because I'm into, like, colors and I'm into combining different colors, for me, like, in the summertime, like, flowers, the colors of cars that drive by. In this fall, like, the leaves on the trees. If I see, like, a nice orange and I see, like, a gold car that goes by, it just gives me inspiration. Or, like, a cool blue car. I'll drive by and I'll see, like, an awesome red and I'll be like, I want that on my lips, or I want that on my eyes, or I want that color. Or, like, there'll be, like, a really cool teal color that I'll drive by. I'm like, oh, that's a really cool color. I'm gonna do teal in my eyes tomorrow. Like, honestly, my inspiration comes from random places like that. Like, just color combinations that I'll just see. Like, if I'm looking at pictures and I see like a purple and like a really cool like pink color, I'll be like, oh, it'll just like inspire me, or like just different color combinations in general. Sometimes I'll look online for like paint swatches, and sometimes when they have like the groups of like colors that go together, it'll inspire me to do a makeup look. Really weird stuff like that inspires me. I don't know why, but it just does. Like, I'm into color, and like color draws me in and all that stuff. But yeah, that's where I go for makeup inspiration. Sometimes I'll go to the good old Instagram and like just scroll through the random feed, not like my curated feed, but just the random things, and I'll see some things and it'll like inspire me there, like different makeup looks. But yeah, my makeup inspiration comes from everywhere. It comes from everywhere. I actually go on not Instagram, Pinterest a little less lately, because I feel like I've seen it all before. It's like all been done. It's like all the same stuff, like the perfect like cut crease or the perfect like cat eye. And to me, like, it looks beautiful, but like I can't recreate that. Like, my eyes just don't handle intricate eye looks like that anymore, so they don't really inspire me. But like colors, and I just saw a matte look from someone who I follow. It was almost all matte. Maybe it was like a satiny look, but it was like going from like a light gray to like a dark, and I was like, I want to try that. Like, that looks really cool. Anyways, different makeup techniques is what I've been wanting to try lately. After I did the matte eye with the hot pink lip, I was just, it just kicked off a new branch of inspiration for me that I kind of want to explore. So anyways, 20, what do you hope to see less of in makeup's future? What did I write down for this? Is it on the next page? Okay, give me 2 seconds here. Okay. Less of. What do I hope to see less of? Well, for one, I hope to see less of brands just pumping out product after product after product after product. Like, are people, like, I get they're trying to make money, and I get after 2020, like, the brands have, like, things that, like, have been held back and didn't release last year. But I feel like it's just so much. It's just so easy for me to take a step back and be like, no. Like, them pumping out product after product and having it be, like, nothing that interests me, like, all neutral palettes or all neutral palettes with a pop of blue, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not interesting enough where it's so easy for me on a low buy to just say no, because it doesn't interest me. Like, I feel like I've seen it before. There's nothing new. And then when a brand comes out with something new, like, I don't know. I just hope to see less of the constant, like, throwing at your face. It's probably not going to happen because I feel like they're doing it because people are buying. But that's what I want to see less of. I can't think of anything else for that answer. And the last question, number 21, what do you hope to see more of in makeup's future? At first I didn't really have an answer for this, but then I thought about it more, and I actually do. I want to see more of the trend of single eyeshadows. Like, palettes are awesome and all, but I feel like, are you ever going to get your perfect curated palette to where everyone wants, like, the exact, like, some people want a black in the palette, some people don't. Like, you're never gonna get, like, the brand to give you your most perfect palette. And I feel like back in the day when I first started collecting makeup, singles were the way to go. And I actually didn't even like palettes because you had to pay $60, and I didn't even like all the shades that were in there. But I remember being in Sephora one day, and she convinced me to buy a palette because look at all the colors it had. From that moment on, I was no longer a single eyeshadow girl, I was now a palette girl. Which now I have, what, 20, 30, 40, 50 palettes, and I don't even use all the shades in there because I don't need 50 shades of brown. I like more interesting colors. So I know Makeup Geek came out with their makeup matrix system or whatever. I don't know how long ago that was. But yeah, I really want more brands to come out with singles. If I have to order from Indie, I will. It costs me a lot more coming from Canada because I have to pay duties and then shipping and then the conversion rate. It's just a nightmare. I mean, I'm on a low buy right now, so I don't really need to buy anything. But, like, I'm going to have to make a list of, like, you know, the colors that I'm looking, like, I'm actually looking for a light blue. I don't have a light shimmery blue. I have, like, a medium tone shimmery blue, but I don't have a light one. But I don't want to buy a whole palette that just has a light shimmery blue in it. So I actually saw a video on Makeup Geek yesterday, and she was talking about the things that were going to be coming out in her line in the near future, and she's going back to basics, which really excited me for some reason, because, like, I don't like basics, but she talked about, like, mascara and, like, eyeliners, like colorful eyeliners, and she was like gonna do like different formulas and stuff like that. And I was thinking, yes, like that's what I want more of. Like, I remember back in the day when Urban Decay had, like, I still have like a whole container of like eyeliners that I've been starting to get more back into, because I've been using them as like a base for like other shadows to apply on top. Because when I'm not buying any new makeup, I need to find other ways to get creative. And mixing different makeup colors together is what I did when I was in my early teen years. So that's what I kind of want to do again. It kind of brings the makeup excitement back for me. But I want to see more single shadows take off. Like, I want to see more brands doing that. And I also want to see makeup brands like make more multi-use products. Why are you flashing at me? Am I running out of time? Memory? I'll make this quick. More multi-use products, like shadow sticks. Like, you know, back in the day when MAC did those jumbo shadow sticks, not even jumbo, but like you can use them as an eyeliner, you can smudge it out, or you can use it like as an all-over base. Like, I want to see more multi-use products like that. Like, maybe stuff for your, like, your lips and your cheeks. I mean, I know you can use lipstick for that, but like they're not marketed towards that. Anyways, I kind of want to see that kind of like shift in the market, like maybe less palettes, more singles, like I just said for the 4th time. But yeah, that's what I want to see. I'm super excited for Makeup Geek, what they have in their future. I might actually start ordering less from Sephora and stuff like that and go more towards that route, because I feel like, why not? If they have what I want, I'm going to order from them. And I believe last time I checked, their shipping was not outrageous. And yeah, so that's very appealing. Anyways, that is going to be it for this 21 questions. I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like I talked for half an hour. I'm so sorry if this video was so long, but these were a lot of questions, and it was really fun to answer and sit down and think of my answers. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I had fun making it, and yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my, you will see me. I won't see you. I never see you. I wish I could, but I can't. Anyways, you will see me in my next video. Bye.